I don't know who needs to hear this, but as someone in the process of healing her inner child and healing from cancer, my advice is to let yourself feel the joy of your childhood again, especially if you couldn't feel it the first time. Because for a long time, I couldn't. I operated in survival mode most of my childhood, and unfortunately, all of that tended to drown out the actual good parts. Like I knew there were happy moments, as evidenced on our many home videos and family pictures, but I had a really hard time accessing them in my own brain, if that makes sense. And then I had cancer. If you're new here, I'm Mandy. I was diagnosed with breast cancer while I was pregnant, and I did chemo while I was pregnant. I gave birth in the middle of treatment. It was traumatic, and it changed every part of who I am. And when treatment ended, I thought I'd only be healing from cancer, but that was definitely not the case. I also surprisingly found I needed healing in other kind of ignored parts of myself, such as my childhood. And when I mentioned this to my therapist, she said something that totally changed everything for me. She said, trauma begets trauma. Meaning when you go through something life-altering, such as, a cancer diagnosis while you're pregnant, it pulls old wounds to the surface too. Whether you're ready for them or not, they're just there. So suddenly, I wasn't just trying to process the trauma of cancer. I was also coming face to face with childhood trauma. Healing isn't about processing the pain necessarily. Sometimes it's also about reclaiming the joy. Like I needed to go back and revive the parts of childhood that were good, the parts I probably didn't get to fully feel as a kid because the hard stuff took over. And so far, the best way I've found to do that is through nostalgia. And thrift stores have become this weird little sanctuary for me and my inner child. It's a place where I can physically hold pieces of my childhood without all the heaviness attached. And it's a place where healing doesn't feel clinical or scary. It just feels fun. It makes my inner child so happy, and letting her be happy has helped me be happy. And honestly, that has been one of the most healing parts of my cancer survivorship, not just digging through trauma with my therapist, because yes, absolutely, therapy always, but letting myself experience childhood in a way that finally feels safe and mine. So if you're healing, whether from something recent, something old, maybe both, I want you to hear this. It's not childish to revisit your childhood. It's courageous. It's restorative. It is absolutely part of the healing process. There is nothing childish about caring for your inner child. You survived so much. You deserve to feel joy again. You deserve to feel safe again. You deserve to heal in ways that are soft and weird and fun and totally uniquely yours. Never forget that you deserve every bit of joy you find along the way. Wishing you the absolute best on your journey.